Hey guys, I'm back here with part 3 of my DVD update. Well, actually, this is the real DVDs that I got. Part 1 was the Blu-rays, part 2 was the VHS, part 3 is the DVDs, and part 4 will be the hard boxes. So let's start off with this one. I have no idea what this thing is. I don't know what I'm in for here. Someone was selling this along with a hard box on Facebook, and I grabbed it because I don't see anyone talking about this, and I don't know what it is. It's called Dämonenbrut, I guess is the German name. The English name I looked up was Demon Terror. This is, from what the guy said, he said I'd be happy to have this in my collection. It's a very rare, a 3-disc set in a digipack full of nudity or something, so I can't open it up. But he says if you like, you know, if you like your horror really disturbing and gross and whatever, he said you're gonna dig it. So and you'll be able, if you don't like it, he says you'll be able to sell it for more than I'm selling it to you for. So with that being said, looking forward to check that one out. I have to like cover up here because the cover is a little extreme there. So next we got the complete Japanese zombie trilogy, and if anyone enjoys Japanese horror movies with the over-the-top gore and just craziness. I guess you can call it Japanese cheese, if you will. But yeah, I basically picked this up for this one here in the middle, which is Attack Girls Swim Team versus the Undead. In Europe, I believe it's called Inglorious Zombie Hunters. I've been dying to see this one forever. Watched it last night. Really enjoyed it. Typical of Japanese horror movies. Like I said, you got the over-the-top gore, craziness, humor mixed in. But yeah, it was really interesting. The story's about a group of obviously a girls swim team who has to fight off a zombie horde that infects I don't know if it's a school or what have you, but it seems like the water in their pool might be, some sort of an antidote, and I don't know. There's a plot involving the school was up to this and whatnot, but it's a very cool story, and one I definitely think you should check out if you like stuff like Robo Geisha and just those other awesome Japanese splatter films. The other two I haven't checked out yet. I guess this is called the Nihombi trilogy. And the other two are Zombie Self-Defense Force and Zombie Hunter Rika. So they both look interesting to me. I'll be checking those out soon. This one was recommended to me by Willie Mark 1, I believe. House of Voices. I forget what he said it was about. I haven't even opened it yet. It just came today. But I found this really cheap for like $2. And he says it was really good, so I'm going to check it out. This one I watched the other day, Toad Road. Fantastic. Really enjoyed this. You can sort of see in the woman's profile here, the woods. If you love your woods movies, I think you're going to really enjoy this. It's about a group of, I don't know, young adults, teens, whatever, that venture into the woods. The first half hour is a little bit, they're fleshing out the characters a little bit. They're really, into drugs and weed and whatnot. But, if you get past that, it gets into the horror. Like, what really intrigued me about this was the concept of the 7 gates of hell, the 9 gates of hell. It shows them going into the woods, and it seems like through each gate that they go through, this red fence type gate, they go into a different state of, I don't know what the right word is I'm looking for, but a different state of consciousness or what have you. I've always been interested in the gates of hell and theories on them and stuff. So this one was really up my alley, and yeah, I enjoy this one a lot. So I definitely recommend this one. The next one I picked up was Craven's The Serpent and the Rainbow. Love this movie. Just this is one I hadn't seen in a while, and I revisited it, and I'm glad I did. just it's got something for everybody. It's so funny. They actually did film this down in, I don't know if it was Haiti or somewhere down in that region, and the reason why I picked this up was I read in a Fangoria magazine the behind the scenes basically of this, the crazy filming. Wes Craven, he's never if anyone is familiar with his directing style, it's he goes all out. I mean, there's always something going on behind the scenes with him. I guess he's just so laid back that I think sometimes things get out of hand. But I had a blast reading that Fangoria. He went to a bunch of witch doctors down there before this movie was made to have his whole cast and crew basically protected by, just this voodoo type culture down there, because he said people were out to get them and they didn't want the Americans there, and they were putting curses on them and stuff. He said one of his crew actually went mad in the hotel room, and he actually physically, he was fine when he went down there. After like a couple of days on the set, he went batshit crazy to the point where I think Wes Craven himself had to escort him back to the U.S. And they said the guy's like still not working and he's still crazy. Like they couldn't. And then someone down there told him, oh yeah, he had a curse put on him, and so I guess they ended up. And then they got threatened on the set, and they ended up having to move the entire set to California or something, and do a lot of sets and stuff there, because that incident spooked the shit out of everybody down there, thinking that it was real and whatnot. But I'm getting off topic, but this is a great movie. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, and I definitely recommend checking out. I think it was the December issue of Fangoria had that article in it. It was a major blast to read. This one I think is a bootleg. I got suckered on Amazon. The Horny House of Horror. Don't let the title fool you. It sounds like just a porno flick or something. It's actually got a great plot to it, and it was really, really good. This is one of my favorite Asian movies I think I've seen in a long time, directed by Jun Tsugita, and forget about the tagline. I can't read that, but and this girl here, I think one of the main characters in there, I don't know if she's ever been in anything else, but she was fantastic. Gorgeous. What a body on her. I just really loved her character. And basically, she works in this type of prostitution house in Japan. And what makes it the great setting for a horror film is most guys, I guess, they usually go there in secret. No one's going to announce to the world, hey, I'm going to go see a prostitute tonight. So, they keep it from their family, they keep it from their friends or whatnot, and co-workers, whatever. And they'll go to these places in private. So the concept behind this one was, what if, a bunch of killers were basically in this prostitute house killing everybody who came in there, and no one's going to know what happened to them, because they didn't tell anybody they were going there in the first place. So, it was like the perfect backstory for this horror movie. And yeah, it's if you like the ABCs of Death, some of the violent shorts on that, I think you're going to dig this one. Just again, I can't recommend this one enough. I'm going to call this my favorite that I've seen, at least in this update. I've got two here that just came in last week from Necrostorm, and believe it or not, I still have not sat down to watch them. I got these directly from Necrostorm, and unfortunately, they're Region 2 locked. So I was trying to play it on my PS3 in one of the rooms I watch movies in here, and the PS3 won't play it. So I have to wait until I get the other TV to watch these on that has the region-free Blu-ray player on it. So can't wait to check these out. I heard a lot about them, and yeah, they sound right up my alley, just Italian gore, so can't wait to check those. Next, I got Christmas Evil, I have this already in a couple of different editions, but I didn't have this Trauma with the Santa Claus holding the axe. I always try and get this one. I always try and get crazy movies with stuff like this, with Santa Claus holding an axe, or anything offensive or anything to anyone. We're under, like, I don't want to get into it here, but like the U.S. is just under this political correctness crap where little interest groups are coming out, and if anyone finds anything offensive, boom, it's taken off the shelves, and given different cover art and stuff. That didn't happen to this, but I can see it happening. Stuff like this in the future, having basically going through another video nasties days, only in the U.S. with people getting upset because this is making fun of religion, this is making fun of this, that, the other thing. Santa Claus with an axe, you can't do that anymore. I don't know. I'm getting off on a rant, but this is a great edition anyway, and it comes with a little booklet here and the DVD, and this looks very Christmassy, which is why I liked it. Last one here is a little bit. I have not seen this yet. I do not know what I'm in for. Can't show I can show the front, I guess, but I gotta cover up some of it. This is Inferno of Torture. This is a Japan Shock release. I try and get all the Japan Shock releases. They're a very hard company to track down online and stuff. I think they have like 15 different DVD releases. This is one of the harder ones to get from what people have told me. This popped. Oh, jeez. Already, I thought I covered everything, but I didn't. Don't know what I'm in for. Don't care. I'm sure it's just a torture flick and old style Japanese exploitation. And so the Japan Shock. They usually come with a cool slipcase editions, and they're really hard to find. So I was lucky enough to come across this. Snagged it. I think I got about 5 Japan Shock releases now. So that's gonna do it, guys. Nice stack of titles here. So hopefully you enjoyed part 3. I'll be back, in part 4 with the hard boxes. So stay tuned.